Witam from BA. This is a Warsaw, Poland update from the 10th of April 2025. A quick summary of what's going down in Poland. Let's start off with the economy. On Monday the 7th, the Warsaw Stock Exchange paused trading for an hour because of worries about transaction safety after US President Donald Trump announced new global tariffs, including a 20% tariff for imports from the EU. Poland is concerned that the new tariffs could reduce its GDP, potentially costing the country over 10 billion zloty, which is almost $3 billion. The stock exchange said prices were unstable because investors sold their stocks, causing a sudden drop in stock prices. Donald Tusk, the prime minister, reacted on social media, saying that the stock market chaos, which affected markets worldwide, was expected because people were worried about the new tariffs. He added that Poland's political and economic stability would help the country manage the situation without making hasty decisions. Next up, security. On Tuesday the 8th, Poland's government passed a new law to speed up major defense projects. The law cuts down the paperwork and delays on defense projects, such as new military bases that need only one quick approval from governors. It also lets the government take private land for defense and offers compensation. The law's goal is to make picking contractor quicker while saving time and money. It also skips some environmental permits for key projects, but it will still collaborate with the Environment Ministry. Władysław Kościeniak-Kamysz, the defense minister, said it's crucial to quickly use EU funds to build up Poland's defense industry. Also on Tuesday, the U.S. Army Europe and Africa, a major command overseeing U.S. Army operations in Africa, Europe, and parts of the Middle East, announced that U.S. will move its troops from Poland's Rzeszów-Jasionka airport, a key spot for military aid to Ukraine in the southeast of the country, to other locations in Poland. This change is part of the U.S. plan to improve military operations, save American taxpayers' money, and follow the NATO summit's 2023 decision that NATO and its allies are responsible for the base, not only the U.S. As a result, NATO countries like Norway, Germany, and the UK will replace the U.S. troops at the airport, which helps the U.S. save money. Still on security, on Friday the 4th, Prime Minister Tusk announced a new campaign to stop people from outside of the EU from trying to enter Poland illegally. The government will run an information campaign in 7 countries, including Somalia, Eritrea, Yemen, and Ethiopia, where many of these illegal immigrants come from. Tusk said people should not trust smugglers or leaders like Belarus's Lukashenko and Russia's Putin, who say that Poland is an easy way to get into Europe. The main goal of the campaign is to tell migrants that Poland is not a suitable gateway to enter Europe and to stop false information spread by smugglers and foreign governments. Switching gears to the presidential elections campaign, on Wednesday the 9th, Rafał Trzaskowski, the mayor of Warsaw and presidential candidate from the Civic Coalition, agreed to an unofficial debate proposal from Karol Nawrocki, the presidential candidate from the Law and Justice Party. The debate will take place on the 11th of April in Kąskie, a small town in central Poland. Kąskie became the symbol of how small towns, often overlooked in national campaigns, can really affect election results after the 2015 loss, when Grzegorz Schetyna, the former leader of the Civic Platform Party, highlighted their importance. Big TV networks, including TV Republika, will broadcast the event. Besides the Trzaskowski-Nawrocki debate, 2 big TV debates are planned for the 2025 Polish presidential race. One on the 14th of April with 8 candidates, but Trzaskowski won't be there, and another on the 12th of May with all registered candidates. In updates to potential laws, on Friday the 4th, Jean-Richard de la Tour, the Advocate General of the Court of Justice of the European Union, said that Poland should record same-sex marriages made in other EU countries in its civil registry. He was talking about a 2020 case where Poland refused to register the marriage of two Polish men who had married in Berlin back in 2018. In 2023, the couple filed their complaint with the Court of Justice of the European Union. The Advocate General said that EU countries should recognize marriages from other EU countries because not doing so could limit married couples' ability to travel, work, and live together across the EU, as well as their right to family life. While countries don't have to directly add the marriages taking place abroad to their records, they need to have other ways to confirm a couple's marriage. Since Poland doesn't have an alternative to the records, it must register the marriages there. Meanwhile, on Monday the 7th, Radoslaw Sikorski, the foreign minister, said Poland is close to finalizing the ambassador appointments that were delayed for a while because of a disagreement between President Duda and the cabinet of ministers. So far, Duda has approved just one appointment, but there are still 18 other ambassador roles waiting, including very important ones such as Israel and NATO. The situation became tense when Sikorski withdrew some nominations, but Duda eventually signed a few, paving the way for further negotiations. Duda was holding off because of political differences and concerns about some candidates, but he is now ready to sort since his term ends in August 2025. The Foreign Service Council will review new candidates for these roles, with Duda's decisions coming on Friday the 11th. On Monday the 7th, 17 Greenpeace activists protested at the Turów coal mine in Bogatynia, southwestern Poland, demanding a precise date for shutting the mine down. They spent the night on a large excavator and ended the protest the next day. Greenpeace is pushing Poland to move away from coal energy because it's harming the environment and switch to cleaner, greener energy sources like solar power and wind energy. Polish energy group, the mine's owner, said the protest didn't affect energy production. He also said Turów mine is already investing in renewable energy projects like solar farms and energy storage. On another note, on Wednesday the 9th, Gremi Personal, a company that helps European businesses find foreign workers, said Polish employers prefer hiring Filipinos because they are hardworking, loyal, and easy to work with. Many Filipinos work in the Mazowieckie region in central eastern Poland and in Szczecin in the northwest. They usually choose long-term jobs, and after 5 years of legal work, they can apply for permanent residency, which encourages them to stay and keep working hard. Moreover, Filipinos fit in more easily in Polish society since they are mostly Catholic. In 2023, Poland gave out nearly 30,000 work permits to Filipinos, up from 7,500 in 2020, and with Poland expecting a shortage of around 1.5 million workers in 2025, especially in areas like logistics, retail, construction, and food processing, the demand will keep rising. Wrapping up this edition with cultural news, on Tuesday the 8th, the National Stadium in Warsaw announced that they will host Jennifer Lopez's concert for the first time in 13 years. The 25th of July concert is part of her Up All Night tour featuring her biggest hits. Tickets went on sale on Wednesday the 9th, with prices ranging from 370 zloty, which is $140 for general admission, to 950 zloty, around $200 for a VIP package. If you're interested, check the link in the show notes. And that's it for this week. Thank you for joining us. Enjoying the update? We hope so. Want to chat, toss an idea, or ask something? Email us at info@rorschach.com. Do zobaczenia!